That is so big. There. Hello guys. There's nothing much going on with me here. I'm just going to do a review, and that's that. Just a review, that's it. I'm just reviewing right now. So yeah, I'm just chilling basically. Let's get on with it. That's gotta be a two-way traffic. This one that indicates two-way traffic. Right past a blind person, he reduce. Most likely. This one does not make sense. This one will like, I think it's rude to do that, so you just reduce it. What? Oh, should not sound this horn. Like I should read the questions very carefully and the answers too. But you should also reduce your speed, right? I don't know why. If a driver is driving too fast into a curve, a curve, should not pull the hand, should slam the brakes when the needed, should not slam the brakes, should not pull handbrake. All of them are right. Driving too fast. I think it's gonna be A because both of these are wrong. But this one sounds like, yeah, makes sense. When the needed. What? Yo, it's hard to answer their questions because there's a lot of what do you call this? Right answer. This one it should be a right answer too because if you do the handbrake and you're driving too fast in a curve, it might flip, but they won't see as the answer. I thought it would be A. Well, anyway, when making a right turn, you should right turn. Stay on the leftmost part of the road and signal your intention to turn right at least 30 meters before you intend to make. Yeah, that's right. Stay on the rightmost lane. Oh, but you should be on the. It didn't explain where you at. Am I on the left side of am I on the left side or the right side? Well, if I'm on the left side, I'll be doing a counterflow. But sometimes there are two lines, and there's a left and the right lane. I mean, there's a left and a yeah, left and the right lane. Maintain your speed and signal your intention to turn right at least 30 meters before you intend to make your turn. You should slow down, maintain your speed. What if I'm on a freaking 100 kilometers per hour? Stay on the rightmost lane. But I think the one that makes sense here is the rightmost lane because there's two lanes. Obviously, the left lane is going here, and the right lane is basically going forward. And you should always be on the right lane if you're going to turn right. That's the rules. So it should be that. Stay on the rightmost lane on the road, then signal your intention to turn right at least 30 meters before you intend to make your turn. Yeah, I think that's it. That makes sense. So let's go with that. There we go. Yep, that's the right one. It is illegal to park within 2 meters of a fire hydrant within 3 meters from the. It's not 3. It's 5 or it's 4. Oh, this is confuses me now. This one is the wrong answer, obviously. Now this one confuses me. It might be 5, 4 meters of fire hydrant and within 6 meters from the intersection. They should be the same, but my gut is telling me it should be different. Oh my days, it can be B or C, so I'm gonna go with B. Within the 4 meters of a fire hydrant. Because if you do, you get a ticket or they can punch a hole in your windshield. So I think it's that. And the intersection, 6 meters. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yes! While parking at 6 meters from the stop line of an is legal, parking within 4 meters, yeah. You need to park at least 5 meters from a fire hydrant for it to be legal. See? It says 5. You need to park at least 5 meters from a fire hydrant to be. I don't know. Sometimes things are confusing. A safe speed to drive your car under adverse condition depends on authorized speed limit. Yeah, your driving style now, the vehicle type now, authorized speed limit. But sometimes even though there is a speed limit, I believe you still need to slow down. Something like that. What is the meaning of a red traffic light? You stop. Stop at the given line. Stop for a while and go if there's no danger ahead. It should be and go if it turns green. That's how it should be. Stop at the given line. Yeah, this also makes sense. See, this is what confuses me with their questions. I mean, with their answers or with the choices. Obviously, this is wrong. This can be right, and this can be right. But the right word should be stop for a while and go when it turns green. Something like that. It's a traffic light, so it should turn green. But it just says stop for a while and go if there's no danger ahead. What do you mean? So are you trying to say that even if it's red and you know there's no one around, you can still go? Is that what you're telling me? If this is the right answer. But if this is the right answer, then that will make sense. I'm okay with that. Because if you say stop for a while and go if there's no danger ahead, then you're telling me that if I'm on the intersection and there's a red traffic light and there's no one around, you're telling me I'm good to go because there's no danger. Is that what you mean? If C is the right answer. So let's go for B. Okay, there we go. Makes sense. Cool. On a two-lane road, overtaking is only allowed only at the two-lane. I believe you're allowed to overtake on the left lane. But there are some cases where you can do it on the left lane too. On a two-lane road. So there are two lanes. Um it depends on the road markings. So if there's a solid white lane, you cannot overtake there. But if it's the cutting white lane, then you can do an overtake on the left side, but you can also do it on the right side, I believe. So I'm gonna go with both, and let's learn from our mistake here. Left lanes are meant to for faster cars. This is why the left lane is also known as the passing lane. Okay, yeah, left lane. We'll go with the left lane then for overtakes. What is considered as parking violation? Parking is a one-way in a one-way street. Okay. Parking without the hazard lights on, parking within 5 meters from a signalized intersection. Parking violation. All of them are parking violation. Parking without hazard lights on. Well, you are parked. You don't need the hazard lights for that. So I think B is out. Parking within 5 meters from a signalized intersection. That can be a violation because it should be 6 meters. Parking in a one-way street. Uh, One-way street. Well, you are not allowed to park there. So it can be A or C. But for me, I think it's gonna be A because I really hate that. I really hate that. In my place right now, we only have this one-way road, or a very narrow road, and you will see a lot of cars, motorbikes that are parked. So the road becomes very narrow, and it's hard for us to pass on it, or walk on it. Like, I really hate that. Um, I understand they don't have a parking lot because it's really hard to get a parking lot in our place right now. Like, I've been even like wondering where will I park my motorbike once I have one. I've been looking for some places where I can park it, like pay parking or something. But I'm never, ever I'm going to park my motorbike in a one-way street like what other peoples are doing in my place. Actually, everywhere in the Philippines, I've been seeing it. There's a big road or a narrow road, and you'll see a bunch of motorbikes, cars parked on the side, which I believe is should be illegal. So yeah, let's go with A because I really hate it, and that should be the answer. But it's C. I mean, I know it is also not allowed, but this is also not okay. So I think that's the reason why they're doing it, because on the LTO assessment, they make C as the wrong answer. So it's like they're like, okay, so you can park in a one-way street. You can go ahead and do it. But actually, I've been seeing a lot of motorbikes who's still breaking this signalized intersection. They still go close to the intersection and park there and something. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying about the stop, okay? I mean, there's a lot of that's also a thing here. Um, Intersection, and there should be like a line that indicates you stop there, but no, they go over the line and stop near the intersection when the signal turns red. That should not be the case, but that's what's happening. Okay, so I will have to remember this. It should be 6. Whenever you leave the car unattended, the law says that you should stop the engine and notch the handbrake effectively. I'm gonna go with that. When parking, always put your handbrake lever. Failure to do so, and you could be fined by 1,000. That costs a lot. A driver blank park or stop at the side of the road within 6 meters of crosswalk because it reduces visibility of pedestrian to the drivers. Is allowed. What? Side of the within. Oh, within the 6. Okay. Will cause your vehicle to obscure pedestrian view. I see. With okay. The word is within. So it should be at least 6 meters. Okay. Yeah, makes sense now. I really need to read the questions properly. For drivers of trucks, buses, motorcycles, and public utility vehicles, a BAC level of more than this, I don't know, shall be conclusive proof that said driver is driving under the influence of alcohol. I don't know that. 20? Is it? It's B. Provision for this law can be found in RA number 10586, also known as Act penalizing persons driving under the influence of dangerous drugs and other similar substances. So it should be 0. A basic level of more than. Oh, yeah, more than 0. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. I really need to read the questions and understand them. Which of the following best describes the pictures? School zones, what I believe. Yeah. What should you do before turning left or right? Give a signal. Well, yeah, that's the one. When driving on mountain roads during daytime, you should. Mountain roads. Blow your horn when approaching a blind curve. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. When driving with a group of motorcycle riders, a staggered formation. Oh, I don't know this one. There is a formation? Staggered. Let me see what the staggered means. Staggered formation. Oh my god, I have images of it. Staggered formation. Okay. Okay. It seems like it is allowed. Let's go back here. The best way for a group of motorcycles or mops to drive together in the staggered form. This means the leader drives on the left side of the lane while the second driver stays a little behind, about a 1 second distance, and drives on the right side of the lane. It's allowed. It's recommended, I think, at all times. It's recommended. Yeah. Yeah, the same picture too. I like that. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. But here in the Philippines, that's not what's happening. But I like that rule. I mean, who invented this one? I like this. Yeah. So you got space. Everyone have their space. I like that one. That's good. I will remember that staggered formation. If you carry a load, it should be either over or in front of the front axle. Either over or in front of the over. No, either behind. I think it's behind or in front of the rear axle. Ah, dang it. You can carry a load that extends 4 meters behind the rear axle and 3 meters in front of the front edge of the front seat. Okay. Oh, is this like for trucks? For truck drivers? Or actually, yeah, this makes sense because sometimes you'll have to buy I don't know, a furniture, and that furniture is doesn't fit, so you're gonna have to put it at the back. So you can carry it, and it should extend 4 meters behind the rear axle. I see. Either over or in front of the. So it was either over or in front of the rear axle. I see. Cool stuff. They should have added this meters thingy on the answer, so that will make things clear. Because this one is kind of confusing. I'll try the Tagalog one and see which one I understand better. Which of the following best describes a picture? Bus cannot enter. Vehicles with trailers. It's gonna be this one. When a vehicle is stalled or disabled, the driver must park the vehicle on the shoulder of the road and driver must the driver must park the vehicle on the shoulder of the road and the vehicle is stalled or disabled. Switch on the parking light. Install early warning device to the front. Yeah, that's how it should be. And the early warning device should be. I think it's 4 meters in the back and yeah, back and front. You should have a early warning device and stuff like that. A driver caught driving an unregistered motor vehicle will be penalized by. A driver caught driving an unregistered. This I don't know. Let's say, for example, in my license, it says that I can only drive a motorcycle and I'm driving a car, I don't know what will happen there. Is it suspension? Suspension for this driver license for 1 month. I think it's gonna be this suspension. Let's go ahead and see. Uh, the correct answer was C. Never drive an unregistered vehicle. Doing so may result to unregistered. Okay. What, that costs a lot? 10,000? Or still, if the non-registration exceeded 1 month, the vehicle will be impounded and released only once. Yo, it costs a lot. 1,000. Unregistered motor vehicle. I see. It costs a lot. What, 10,000? Ignoring traffic lights during late night could make you a good driver. Obviously, that's the wrong answer. This one, most likely. There are some questions that are very easy to answer. What is the meaning of a continuous yellow line on the center of the road? Both answers. No overtaking. Overtaking is allowed. Okay, so this is what confuses me, okay? From what I know, if you see a continuous yellow lane on the center of the road, it means you're not allowed to overtake. But there's also some kind of like writings and videos that explains where sometimes it's allowed, you can overtake. There are times, but and everything that I have been like reading, learning and stuff, it says that you are not allowed. But there are still some videos and some explanations where it's allowed. But I'm gonna stick to you should not. So yellow lane, even the white solid yellow lane, I think you're not allowed to overtake there. Nice. A continuous yellow lane in the center of the road mean that overtaking is forbidden. But in the Philippines, oh my days, you'll see a bunch of motorcycles, cars doing it. Even though there's a solid yellow lane, so they do that still. To execute a safe turn, a motorcycle rider should always lean the motorcycle in the direction of the curb to turn, be quick in order sitting. Lean the motorcycle in the other direction of the curb or turn. Now this one is I learned from a video that the leaning, or we call it banking and stuff, it depends on how fast you're going. So if you are so fast, there was an indication, there's a number for it, but I forgot completely. But if you are fast, you go with A. Lean the motorcycle in the direction of the curve or turn. You lean for it. But you can also counter lean if you are slow, so that you get the balance. You can, let's say you're going right, but you want to balance it, you can counterweight. Depends like that. So yeah, that's, I'm just saying that because that's what makes me confused now if I'm going with A or B. But I think the right answer here is A. So let's go with A. Exactly the same way as you lean a bicycle, basically a two-wheeler turns by leaning toward the direction of turn. Yeah. What should you do before leaving the parking space? Look around first, I think. Is what you need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna look around. Just go is obviously not the right answer. Sound your horn also makes sense, but I think looking around first is the best thing you gotta do. Before leaving a parking space, make sure to look around to see if there are any approaching vehicles or pedestrians overtaking. It refers to measure of amount of alcohol in a person's blood alcohol concentration. Blood alcohol, I think it's this one. It's a concentration. There you go. Provision for this law can be found in RA number 10586. I should remember that. Act penalizing persons driving under the influence of alcohol, dangerous drugs, and other similar substances. This traffic sign states direction and distance. Direction and distance. Informative, no. Cautions and warning. I think it's directional sign. I think it's pretty obvious. B. It's not informative because some informative sign have like a hospital, comfort room, something like that. So it's not that. Cautions and warning signs are, yeah, warning signs or cautions. So yeah, I think it's directional. Okay, informative, but it says here directions and distance. So I thought those are not directions. Those are like informative signs to inform. Information where to find the nearest parking area, gas station. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Directions and distance. Okay, makes sense. But still, they need to fix the questions. This traffic sign states directions and distance. Yeah, they should. Directional informative sign. Well, anyway, to avoid confusion to other road users after changing lanes, finishing a turn, and overtaking, the driver should make sure you don't get back to previous lane. Make sure to maintain your speed. Make sure your signal light turns off after changing lanes, overtaking, and finishing a turn. To avoid confusion, okay, make sure you don't get back. Yeah, that's no brainer. A is wrong. Make sure to maintain your speed within speed limit after changing lanes, overtaking, and finishing a turn. I think I'm gonna go with C. Make sure your signal light turns off after changing lanes so that you avoid confusion. I'm gonna go with that. There we go. Where do you have to stop at a traffic light? Stop before and close to the stop line. Stop at least 1 meter before stop line. Stop after. I'm gonna go with A. Should be. Which is, it's not really followed here in the Philippines. There are still some drivers, or no, most drivers in the Philippines still, they go after the stop line. Or they stop after the stop line. You were flagged down due to noisy muffler of your motorcycle. What will you do? You have to pay the violation fee, I think. And then after that, you reinstall. Or the first thing you do is reinstall, and then the next thing is pay the violation fee. See, this is two answers again. Two possible answers. You were flagged down due to, oh, you're just flagged down? If I'm just flagged down, I'm just gonna go ahead and reinstall the stock muffler, which I think this will not happen to me because I really hate those. Again, I'm sorry. We all have different perspective, different likes and dislikes, and I really, really, really hate those loud freaking motorcycle. I don't like them. They're too loud. I don't like it. I really don't. They're so noisy. What does this sign indicate? Traffic signal ahead, railway crossing ahead, traffic signal ahead. If the exam or the assessment is all about signs and everything, I can perfect it. What you do when you see this sign? You must give right of way. What light shall be used when vehicles are parked on the highway at night? Parking lights or lower beam. This one makes sense. Ah, my days, there was an error. No way. No, I'm doing a review. I'm gonna have to do it again. Okay. Random. Driver of a vehicle approaching a yield sign in an intersection shall slow down and yield. You have to. What? Oh no. I was enjoying it. Come on now. The traffic sign state directions and distances. I know this already. Informative. Having a license is a privilege. It's a privilege. It's not a right. It's not an honor. It's a privilege. If a driver passes a blind person, he should not sound his horn, which I learned earlier. No, don't reduce your speed. No, don't. If you choose that, that's the wrong answer. Just maintain the same speed. Just don't blow your horn. That's it. I don't know why. Which of the following describe pictures? There's a river, obviously. What should you do in case your vehicle breaks down on an expressway? Open your trunk and hood. I don't think. Stand on the exit, flag down passing drivers for help. Park as far to the right as possible. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. Call for help using a mobile phone on an expressway phone. Or an express. There is an expressway phone? Stand on the expressway and flag down passing drivers for help. No, I don't think this is the right thing to do. EDC. Let's go. Oh, A. What? All? Oh, yeah. A. A, C, D, E. Okay. Open your trunk. If vehicle breaks down on an expressway, you should open your trunk and hood and hang something white on your car door. Oh, I see. Okay. By the way, I'm not going to get a car. I'm just going to get a motorcycle. But it's still, you should still be knowledgeable with cars. You should at least have an idea what to do if you're driving a car, or because you're gonna be driving with them too. What is the meaning of the yellow traffic light? Prepare to stop at as the right light red light is about to light up. Yeah. You can go but slow down. No. I think it's C. You have to judge if you can stop or not. Yellow lights are carefully calculated to give you ample time to stop if you are traveling. Yep. Operating a public utility vehicle equipped with stereo music is punished by. So this kind of things, these are the things that I really don't know. Imprisonment. Nah, I think it's just a fine. You get a 1,000 fine because revocation doesn't make sense. It's just a stereo. Imprisonment doesn't make sense. It's just a stereo. So I think it's a fine. Yes, there is a stereo ban for PUVs and PUJs, public utility vehicles, public utility jeepney. However, we're yet to see the MMDA implement this law because there's still a lot of jeepneys, buses, and UV. Yeah, this is what I'm about to say. So if this is not, I just kind of like realize it right now. Like, if this is not allowed, why is there a lot of jeepneys in the Philippines, and not just jeep, even a motorcycle or a motorbike with a really really loud stereo, and it's really really, they can't even hear you. It's like when you talk, when you say, "Hey, I'm going. This is my stop" or something. They will not hear you. I didn't know, so at least I know now. After overtaking, you want to safely go back to the lane where you came from. Before going back, you should look at the vehicle that you have overtaken by turning your head. Use the rear view mirror to check you can see the vehicle that you have overtaken. Yeah, this one it should be. It should be this one. Because if you can see them on the mirror, then it means they're far, and you are done overtaking them. So I'm gonna go with that. Turning left is more dangerous than turning right because this I don't know. You have to be cautious and aware of oncoming vehicles from both left. Oh yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, yeah, this makes sense. Because when you're turning left, the cars are turning left, and also there's a car at the back, or someone might overtake you at the back. So yeah, makes sense. A driver caught driving an unregistered motor vehicle. Okay, this is the one. Fine with 10,000. It's unregistered. Motor vehicle, 10,000. Before changing lanes on a highway, you must give a signal for at least 30. What? Oh, this I don't know. 1 minute before doing it? I don't think so. I know it's 30 meters, but 10 seconds. 5 minutes. I think it's 10 seconds. I'm gonna go with 10 seconds. Yay! Make sure to give a signal for at least 10 seconds before changing lanes on a highway. The purpose of traffic laws, rules, and regulations is to establish an orderly movement of vehicles and pedestrian traffic penalties. Discipline traffic enforcers. I'm gonna go with B. That's an obvious answer there. Pedestrian crossing. If all the questions are like that, I can easily answer it. The deadline to renew the registration of motorcycle is on the last working day of the month corresponding to the last digit. I know it's this one. It's that one. I know it. On the last working day of the month. I just know. I just know it's that one. It's something I will probably forget, but it's that one. In case of an accident, the first duty of the driver involved is to pick up the injured person, take him to the nearest hospital, report the accident to the nearest police station. Pick up the injured person, take him to the nearest. Report the accident to the nearest. I think that's the first duty. Report the accident to the nearest hospital. What? A? I don't think it's what? In the official LTO review, the answer is A. So this is what you might select in the actual examiner. However, we don't recommend you to do this. Yeah, that's also what I want to say. You should not. Okay, this will make sense. So let's say, for example, you were in an accident and you saw the person lying down on the floor. If you pick them up and they have a broken bones or something, it might endanger them. Or let's say, for example, they have a broken ribs, and then you pick them up. That broken rib can puncture their lungs, their heart, other internal organs. So that's why you should not. That's why I have this mindset that if there's an accident and if the person is conscious, I will be asking them first, uh, where does it hurt? If it's unconscious, I'm not gonna touch the body, but I'm just going to make sure that the body is safe. I call the emergency hotline, whatever. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna guard it there until helps arrive. I might do some CPR if there's a need to do it, but I'm not gonna pick it up now. But they said in LTO you have to press A. Ooh, but that is dangerous too. That is dangerous too, because you might cause their death if you, let's say, pick them up and let's say, for example, they have an internal organ that is punctured by the bones or something, and I don't know. There's a lot of variables that can happen when you pick up a person who's been in an accident, and I don't want to be the one to get the blame. Like, okay, the patient died because you move his something and something something. Like the doctor will say it to you, and you'll feel guilty about what you did. You just want to help them, but turned out you're not helping. So I think you just go with this B here. But yeah, I don't know why. When you lend your driver's when may you lend your driver license? Under no circumstances when another person needs to learn how to drive during. No. Nope. A driver's license could be used only by the person who's pictured, and yeah. When you intend to slow down or stop, you should Step on your brake slightly and turn on your hazard lights. Steps on your brake slightly to turn on your brake lights. Step on your brake lights and turn off your headlights. What? These things are automatic. When you step on your brakes, the brake light will turn on automatically. And the hazard lights, to be honest, I don't know how to turn on. There's a headlight, high beam, low beam, and then there's a turn signal going right, left. But the hazard, I don't know how to do that in a motorcycle. In a car, yeah, I know how. But if you intend to slow down or stop, you should step on brakes lightly to turn on your brake. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Turn on your hazard lights. You just need to turn that on if there's an emergency. So I think B. Yep, there you go. Stepping on brakes will also activate your tail lights. That's automatic. This acts as a warning to vehicles behind you. Yeah, makes sense. You should normally begin a right turn on the lane nearest to the road center, the lane nearest the right curb, same lane as far left. I think it's this one. You should normally begin a right turn, like you're going to turn the same lane as for a left turn. Yeah, it's B. Rightmost lane, yeah. What to do when you approach a crosswalk or pedestrian lane? You have to stop and yield. That's how it should be, but it's not happening. It only happens when there's a signalized crosswalk or signalized pedestrian lane. That's the only time it's followed. What should you do before leaving the parking space? Look around first. Yeah, this is the one we answered earlier. This traffic signs warns you that school children may be present in the vicinity. It's a triangle, right? Oh my days, I forgot. No, it's circle. Circle. Oh my, it's a pentagon. Dang it. Pentagon provides you a warning that's okay. I will remember that. Pentagon. Single broken single broken line on a two-line road means you cannot overtake. It separates. Yeah, that's what it does. Because that's a two-lane road, so it separates the traffic. How close should another car be before you dim your headlights? Oh shish, this is the stuff that I don't know, and the reason why I don't know is because I always forget them. As long as there's numbers on it, I will definitely forget it. How close? 150 meters, I think. Okay, that's nice. If you're driving with your headlights on, make sure to when you're at least 150 meters or 500 feet from any, and that's something I will forget. Like literally, I will forget that. A driver with restriction code number 1 in his license is allowed to drive a motorcycle only. Is what I know. Because I'm driving a motorcycle. I don't know what the other number is, but number 1, motorcycle. Motorbikes. Department of Transportation rules and regulations prohibit drivers of public utility vehicles from, of course, that one's obvious. Cutting trip going by authorized route. Both, yeah. Cutting trip and overcharging fare are illegal and is punishable with a fine of 5,000 each for the first offense. The temporary operator's permit or TOP authorize a driver to operate a motor vehicle for a period not exceeding there are numbers. 15 days. Temporary operator's permit. 72 hours? Okay. A driver should not park or stop at the side of the road within. Should not. Yeah. It's within 6. So, yeah. Should not. It is not considered safe driving on an expressway when changing lanes. Yeah. I've been seeing this quite a lot, and it's always the cause of the accident. Highlights should be used often as needed to make your intention known. Yes, I'm reviewing why. Why? Don't go here. Signalize other drivers you have the right of way. Bili kayo. Ay, binigyan kita. Bili kayo. Bili kayo. The headlight should be used often as needed to headlight. Make your intention known to drivers around you, to signal other drivers you have the right of way, to let other drivers know you're approaching. Ah, I think this one. To signal other drivers you have the right of way. Headlights. I'm gonna go with A. Yes. The reason why I go with A is because the I just learned this one recently. So you can tell them if you are giving them way, or if you're asking for them to give you way, something like that. It's like you're talking to them, like, okay, you can go, okay, I'm going, something like that. And that's the headlight. You are in a no passing zone when the center of the road is marked by no passing zone. A broken, no, it's just two solid yellow lanes. No passing zone. A broken yellow lane, a broken white lane. Two solid yellow lanes. No passing. What's the difference of passing and overtaking? Difference of passing. Often used interchangeably to describe moving ahead of a slower vehicle in the same direction. Now they can differ technically. Overtaking implies moving to pass and return to the original lane, whereas passing often simply moving by a vehicle, sometimes on multi-lane roads. Both maneuvers require safety checks. Usually passing on the left and prohibiting overtaking is. Overtaking often involves initiating the maneuver from behind a vehicle, changing lanes, speeding up to pass, and merging back in front. Passing, a more general term for going by another vehicle. This simply means driving faster in an adjacent lane. Okay, so there are two or more lanes then, or in a no passing zone. So if you are inside a two solid yellow lanes, you're not allowed to pass or overtake. I think you just follow that lane. Something. A lane that is marked with a solid continuous yellow lane. Okay, it didn't say two, it just says solid. No motor vehicle should pass the lane. And it's never overtake if it means you'll have to cross over the line. The vehicle horn is used for a warning. What does this sign indicate? It already says no entry for all types of vehicle. Which of the following describes the features no U-turn? You must not make a U-turn. I can perfect this if it's all just a sign. When driving slowly on an expressway, you should stay on the you're driving slow left lane. Oh no, right lane. Right lane, yeah. Because left lane is for overtaking, so you should be fast. Middle lane, I don't know. I don't know, but most likely left lane you have to be fast. Right lane is for or I think yeah you should be on the middle lane. Let's go with right lane then. Let's see what it says. I'm right. When driving slowly on an expressway or a highway, you should stay on the right lane to give way to vehicles that may pass on the left. Yeah. In which place can't you park your vehicle? In a given parking space? Can't. In a place where pedestrian cross, in a place where you want to go to. What? You cannot park your vehicle. It's this one, obviously. I don't get this C though. In a place where you want to go. I think, yeah, I think it's B. Which of the following best describes the pictures? Left turn only. Oh, shish. This one, I don't know. I think it's left turn only. Okay, there we go. Proper hand signal for a left turn is left turn. Let's say I want to go left. This one. Go left. This is stop. This, yeah, this one. Left arm straight in horizontal position. Left arm straight in vertical position. Oh my days. I always forget this. Horizontal. Image. Ah, horizontal. The arm, left arm straight in horizontal position. Left arm straight in a vertical position is like this. So this one is going left. So it's B. What? So it's A. Oh, this is going right. I remember now. This is going right. This is going left. And this is stop, I think. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Whenever you leave the car unattended, the law says that you should stop the engine and just this one. Using the shoulder of the road pass to the right of a car ahead of you is using the shoulder of the road pass. I don't know. Using the shoulder of the road pass to the right of a car ahead of you is against the law. I don't understand this question at all. Okay, I just guessed that one correctly. A speed limit prescribed by a law does not apply to a driver. The speed limit prescribed does not. What? Bringing his employer to an important official meeting. Ah! Vico is in pursuit of criminal. Speed limit prescribed by law does not apply to a driver who's bringing his employer to an important official meeting. Obviously, wrong answer. Operating along highway where traffic is light. Of a vehicle who is in pursuit of a criminal. I think I'm gonna go with B. Yes. 87. I have 5 mistakes. That is so good. Let's try it again, but let's try Tagalog. Let's see. Let's see if I can do Tagalog. Ang kailangang distansya sa pagitan ng sinusundang sasakyan ay 3. Kapag sumunod sa likod ng isang sasakyan, siguraduhin na mag-iwan ng ligtas na distansya. At ang ligtas na distansya is 3 seconds. Ano ang kahulugan ng dilaw na signal sa trapiko? Humanda sa paghinto. Ano sa mga sumusunod ang hindi highway? Pampublikong parke at eskinita, Kalsada na pribado pag may-ari ng universidad. Avenida. Maluwang na lansangan. I think this one. Pampublikong parke at eskinita. Ang mga kalsada na hindi kapilang sa pampublikong kalsada ay pribadong kalsada. Ang mga kalsada nito ay hindi sumusunod sa ipinatupad na speed limits dahil meron silang sariling patakaran. Ang speed limit ay, okay. Got it. Sa pribado. Alin sumusunod ang nakalarawan? Alam ko, ano to eh, merging. Papasok sa sangan. Oh no! Sasanib sa trapiko pagpasok sa sangandaan. Papasok sa ngandaan na may kalsada sa gilid. I think it's is sasanib, merging. Simbolo na ito ay indikasyon na magsasanib ang daan sa unahan. That's why I don't want to go with the Tagalog one. Ang mga puting linya sa daan, ang mga puting linya sa daan na naghahati sa mga lanes na tumatakbo sa isang direksyon, naghihiwalay. Palatandaan na maaring lumusot ng pakanan na pakaliwa. I think here. Ang puting linya sa daan ay ang siyang naghihiwalay sa trapiko na tumatakbo. Puting linya lang, walang sinabing putol-putol na puting linya. Oh my God. There's something wrong with that. Sa intersection na walang ilaw trapiko, may dalawang sasakyan na paparating mula sa magkasalungat na daan. Sino ang dapat na magbigay daan? Ang driver na liliko pa kanan, ang driver na liliko pa kaliwa, ang driver na nauna sa intersection. Sino ang dapat na magbigay ng daan? Ang driver na liliko pa kaliwa, alam ko. Yes. Sa isang intersection na walang ilaw trapiko kung saan may puro burger. Ito, ano to? Shawarma. Ito naman, shawarma rice. Ayoko kasi ng mga burger nila eh. Ito, ano ba to? Cheesy hotdog. Ito na lang cheesy hotdog. Oh, yung parang footlong. Yep. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang dapat gawin ng isang driver kung gusto niyang bumagal o huminto? Nakatungo ang kaliwang braso sa bandang siko at nakaturo ang kamay pataas. Nakatungo ang kaliwang braso sa bandang siko. Turong kamay pataas. Nakadiretso ang kaliwang kamay at braso. Pahalang. Pahalang. What the freak? What the freak? Pahalang. Okay. Ayun sumusunod gawin isang driver kung gusto niyang bumagal o huminto. Nakatungo ang kaliwang kamay pahaba at nakaturong ka. Yeah. No. Oh yeah. I want to turn right. I want to turn left. I want to stop. This one. Upang maiwasan ang pagkalito sa iba pang mga gumagamit ng kalsada pagkatapos magbago ng lane o linya, mag-overtake ang driver ay dapat hindi ka nababalik. Panatiliin ang iyong bilis sa loob ng speed pagkatapos ng siguraduhin ang iyong ilaw signal ay patayin. Ang DOT ay may patakaran at regulasyon na nagbabawal sa mga driver ng PUB na maningil ng labis. Parehong tama. Or parehong mali. Ang tamang hand signal kung liliko pa kaliwa ay Palang. Alin sa mga sumusunod na nakaraan, tawag ito baku-bakong kalsada. Bumpy road. Kung ang kasalubong ng sakyan ay napilitan na lumampas sa linya sa gitna para hindi mabangga ang isa pang sakyan na biglang sumulpot sa lane, ikaw ay dapat na. Kung ang kasalubong na sasakyan ay napilitan na lumampas sa linya sa gitna para hindi mabangga ang isa pang sakyan. Maging alerto at handang bumagal o huminto kung kinakailangan para magbigay daan. I think ito yun. A. Prevention is better than, I don't know, preparation. Just prevent it. Sa intersection na walang stop o yield sa may dalawang sakyan na paparating galing sa magkaibang kalye. Right of way. Yung nasa kanan. Ang sakyan nasa kaliwa. Ang sakyan na nasa intersection. Nasa loob na siya eh. Ang ibig sabihin ng berde na ilaw trapiko ay tumuloy ng maingat sa intersection bago maging pulang ilaw. Diretso, ligtas na magpatuloy ka. Yan sa mga tumatawid, ibang motorista na gumang. Tumuloy ng maingat sa intersection bago maging pulang. My dang. Ang tatlong kulay ng ilaw trapiko ay pula, berde at dilaw. Sa isang aksidente, ano ang tungkulin ng driver na walang pinsala? Panatilihing na nakahiga ang biktima. Alamin kung sinong tumawag ng manggagamot. Albularyo. Kung ikaw ay nahuli, ilang araw ang palugit upang maayos ang iyong kaso at matubos ang lisensya? 15 days. May isang puti na linya sa kanang bahagi ng kalsada ang tumalibis papunta sa iyong kaliwa. Ito ay nagpakita na may nagdugtong na intersection sa unahan ng kalsada ay magiging may isang puti sa kanang bahagi ng kalsada. Ang tumalibis papunta sa iyong kaliwa. I think it's saying na magiging narrow, makitid ang road, something. Yeah. Ang pala nito ay bawal pumasok. Lisensya ng isang driver ang nagpapahintulot na magmaneho siya ng ang lisensya ng isang driver, mga sakyan na alin ang mga sumusunod ang nakalarawan? Steep road, 20 degrees, something. Matarik ang pataas yan, di ba? Matarik ang kalsada, matarik ang packet na direksyon ng kalsada. Ang pagtapon ng kahit anong basura sa bintana ng sakyan ay pinagbabawal sa lahat ng oras. Kapag nagmamaneho sa mga kalsada sa bundok sa araw, dapat ay ayon sa batas, hindi ka maaaring magmaneho ng matulin maliban na lang kung may nahabol kang kriminal. Ayon sa batas, hindi ka maaaring magmaneho ng matulin maliban na lang kung naaayon sa takdang bilis. Yep. What? Hindi labag sa batas ang pagmamaneho ng matulin basta siguraduhin lamang na ikaw ay nasa speed limit. Tinito ang pangay para sa ibang. Sometimes I just don't know. LTO sometimes. Kung ang driver ng sakyan ay nasa iyong unahan ay naglabas ng kanyang kaliwang kamay at tinuro ito sa lupa, siya ay hihinto. Eh di wala na. Ayan na lang. Sige. Umiinom pa rin kayo? Dahil sakyan na sa inyong unahan ay naglabas ng kanyang kaliwang kamay, tinuro ito sa lupa. Tumuro sa lupa. Hihinto siya. Di ba? Okay. Kung ang kasalubong ng sakyan ay lumampas sa linya sa gitna para kumaliwa, ikaw ay dapat na. Kung ang kasalubong na sasakyan ay lumampas sa linya sa gitna para kumaliwa, ikaw ay dapat na huminto. Bigay daan. Yes, C. Kung balak mong bumagal huminto, dapat ay yeah, that's that. Kapag nasiraan, alin sa mga sumunod na hindi dapat gawin ng isang driver? Humingi ng tulong. Manatili sa sakyan hanggang sa dumating. I think, alin sa mga hindi dapat gawin? I think manatili. Huwag kang manatili sa sasakyan. I think it's C. Sa kaso ng pagkasira ng kotse, hindi ka dapat manatili sa kotse, ngunit sa halip mag-ingat na lumabas. Okay. Kasi baka sumabog yung kotse or something niya. Sa isang basa na kalsada, dapat mong magdahan-dahan. Sa direksyon at kontrol ng trapiko, kapag ang mga traffic lights at law enforcer ay nagdidirekta trapiko, alin ang susundin mo upang maiwasan ang pagkalito? Alin sa mga kondisyon na nakasalalay sa parehong traffic light at enforcer? Enforcer. Ano ang kahulugan ng berdeng ilaw? Ikaw ay may narinig na sirena sa kalsada na may two-way na trapiko. Ang gawin ayon sa batas, pumesto sa kanan at huminto. Ba't kanan? Kanan nga tama. Ang palatandaan na ito ay indikasyon na Ang palatandaan na ito ay indikasyon na ang distansya sa susunod na interseksyon at I don't know that. Anong klaseng tanong to? Ang palatandaan na ito ay indikasyon na I don't know. Sa isang interseksyon na may stop sign, dapat kang huminto. Magbigay daan sa mga sakyan mula sa kanan o kaliwa at magpatuloy kung walang panganib. Oh my God! Magmarahan, huminto. Ang Public Service Law ay nagbabawal sa mga driver ng PUB na makipag-usap sa mga pasahero habang ang sakyan ay umaandar. Ang busina ay ginagamit upang ang mga headlight ay dapat gamitin ng madalas kung kinakailangan upang hangarin. Ang mga aksidente sa kalsada ay mabawasan ang driver ay hindi sa mga traffic sign na nakalagay sa mga particular. Iinom ng kape. Mag-ingat at mabagal magman. Ito. Upang maisakatuparan ng isang ligtas na pagliko, ang isang rider ng motorsiklo ay dapat palaging Ang kailangang gulang ng isang aplikante sa professional driver license ay 18. Nice. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good. Pero matutulog ako ng maaga today. Kasi bukas dadaan ako ng LTO and yeah, hopefully I can get my license. That's that. So hopefully maka 90% tayo. Hopefully. Bye guys, and please don't forget to subscribe and share ko na lang yung link dun sa details so you can see that website and do some reviews.